If you've ever woken up, looked at the ceiling, and realized you don't actually feel sad, but you don't feel anything else either, you might know this feeling. You go to work, you pay your bills, you occasionally text your friends back. From the outside, your life looks completely functional, but internally, you've clocked out. We hear a lot about quiet quitting our jobs, but very few people talk about what it looks like when you quietly quit your own life. It usually starts with tiny, almost unnoticeable shifts in your behavior. You stop listening to new music and just loop the same familiar songs. You agree to social plans out of obligation, secretly praying they get canceled so you can just stay home in the quiet. Your weekends are no longer used for living. They are strictly used for recovering just enough energy to survive Monday. People around you, and sometimes even you yourself, might mistake this for laziness or a sudden loss of ambition. But if you look closely, that's not what is happening. It's not that you don't care, it's that caring has simply become too expensive. This is a state of emotional conservation. When you spend years giving too much to a job that didn't appreciate you, to relationships that constantly drained you, or to a demanding version of yourself you thought you had to be, your nervous system eventually steps in and pulls the plug. It forces you into power-saving mode. And here is where it gets interesting. When you quietly quit your life, you don't fall apart dramatically. In fact, you often become incredibly compliant. You become the low-maintenance friend, the employee who just nods and does the work, the person who always says, "Whatever you want to do is fine." You stop arguing, you stop demanding things. But the real reason isn't because you've suddenly become so easygoing or peaceful. It's because you've subconsciously stopped expecting anything to change. Apathy has become your armor. You shrink your world down to a manageable size: bed, screen, work, repeat. You start using distractions like endless scrolling or rewatching the same shows, not for entertainment, but as an anesthetic. It's a way to fast forward through the hours of the day without having to fully occupy them. That detachment isn't a flaw in your character. It is a highly intelligent, deeply ingrained survival response. Your mind is shielding you because it perceives that your environment is continuously depleting your battery. That is not weakness, it is protection. The hidden cost of quietly quitting your life isn't that you are doing anything inherently wrong. It's that you have placed yourself in a quiet waiting room. It's a remarkably safe place where nothing bad happens, but nothing beautiful can reach you either. You are surviving, but you are missing the experience of being alive. Recognizing this pattern isn't about forcing yourself to suddenly be loud, happy, or overwhelmingly productive. It's simply about noticing the numbness and realizing it was never random. It was a pattern. And once you understand exactly why you built the armor, you can slowly begin to ask yourself if you still need to wear it. If this explains something for you, there's always more to uncover. Understanding yourself is the beginning of everything.